Okay, it is time for the Imaginal disc by Magdalena Bay reaction. I have been, kind of very, very intrigued about this whole album for a little bit now, and I've been trying to, find the time to get to this album reaction because, this has been regarded as one of the best pop albums of the decade, one of the best albums of 2024, I believe, when it was released. As far as I know, it's more of it's kind of like a synth pop album. Synth pop is the main genre I think that we're gonna get, but it's popped up in a lot of kind of what I've been seeing lately, and I'm like, oh wait, I've never heard anything by Magdalena Bay, so this is a whole kind of new experience for me, and I really wanted you guys to kind of experience this with me as well, just because it's so critically acclaimed. It is apparently one of the best albums kind of to come out within, since the start of 2020, at least this decade. So, whether or not that is true, and whether or not I think that is true, that kind of remains to be seen. But I've heard a lot of good things about her, and it's really intrigued me. So this is going to be a very, very interesting reaction. I am really looking forward to it. I have heard Death and Romance, but that's the only song that I have listened to before reacting to this this album. And Death and Romance was really, really interesting. I love the hook on that one. And, I will give you my thoughts on it because that'll be only be my second listen to that song. So I'm sure my opinions will change when I listen to that one for the second time. But it's time to dive in. 15 songs, 53 minutes, 42 seconds. Oh, this is going to be a ride. And I'm excited you guys are going to experience this with me. So track number 1 is She Looked Like Me. Very, very interested what this is going to sound like.
Hello.
Her vocals. They're like kind of like Britney coded. It's very breathy and like, cutesy almost. I don't know if that's the word, but something is lurking underneath that. I really like that. What is that? Like stab or a hit? That is so impactful. I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, let me go back to that. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. I love this section. The structure of this is really, really interesting so far. Yeah, those hits are so satisfying to hear. This is so sick. I like this like shimmery kind of outro. Really, really feels like the album cover. Like this whole intro track is really emblematic of what this album cover is kind of showcasing. That was a really, really good intro track. I loved everything about that. Very shimmery at times. I love those dark, very, very impactful hits. The vocals are gorgeous, and I love her intonation. On this opening track, I feel like it feels like the perfect opening track because, it kind of did leave me wanting a little bit more, but I feel like it sets up the second track very, very good to kind of transition smoothly into Killing Time. If I had to guess, that's going to be kind of more of a track that is going to, maybe have a more catchy and satisfying chorus. Love the hook of this. Very, very chaotic, lots going on, but I feel like, for an intro track, it doesn't really, it doesn't give you what you expect, but I feel like that's the purpose of this intro track, is to set up that second track in a perfect manner, and I feel like, this song really does that. So I really, really like what she did here with this track, and that kind of goes on to track 2, which is Killing Time. Wow. Much more or less of an experimental vibe to it. Wow. I like this part. She says killing time, and then that dark synth. It's such got a funk and a groove to it. That guitar shred. This change in production, this latter half. This whole soundscape. This outro, holy shit. This is a ride and a half, this whole intro.
There's always time for kid, but never time for me. And only
That was so good. That was gorgeous. That was gorgeous, and that's going to transition right into an interlude there. But yeah, wow. That was incredible. That last kind of, 2 minutes of that song where it really, really climaxed, and she was, this kind of more, almost felt very like horror-esque what she was doing there with her vocals, and you can feel the climax kind of definitely coming. That whole outro just kind of letting the instrumental shine, this whole soundscape really breathe, and that was gorgeous as well. I also really enjoyed the opening of that track as well, but it definitely felt like we were building up to something bigger, and I wasn't necessarily sure if we were going to get that, but that outro made that song really worthwhile. Again, her vocals shined on that one. That little humming darker synth. Whenever she would say like killing time, and then that synth would kick in there. I really like that addition. That was so satisfying to hear. But yeah, that outro especially is gorgeous. True Blue Interlude is next. Set the scene. Set this scene. It's like Madonna.
say hello. It's you.
I love this spoken
you.
word.
The next stage, the next phase is here. Instinctive, impatient, impossible. And memory, mirror, and membrane.
I'm just gonna let this transition right into image.
It's here. Say hello.
I feel like it's gonna be crazy.
It's you. Something is inserted or taken out or examined. Something lies dormant inside and it's been there all along. Or you've swallowed it or you've spit it out. 10 years or 10 moments ago, reflected in my eyes or floating behind yours. In your mother's mother or your child's child, in dream or awake. Say hello. It's you, the purest you. Implanted, impatient, impossible. In memory, mirror, and membrane.
What?
Divine digits, the nightmare lives.
That's gorgeous.
It's
That's
you,
so gorgeous.
Imaginal disc. Say hello.
Transition. Transition, maybe?
It's you.
Ooh, we kind of get this more electronic feel already. Okay. Very like post-apocalyptic, alien.
What's the best you've got? I forgot it. All my common sense. I need all the common sense. Time to start the clock from the top.
I like how futuristic this whole kind of album sounds so far. This pre-chorus is so sick. Oh my goodness. Just letting those instruments take over. Kind of sounds like a cowbell. This second half of the hook, too. Oh, this breakdown, too. You can hear the bass. You can hear the bass. That just rings in your ears. Ooh, that distorted. Yeah, I mean, what an eargasm of an outro in that one. That final hook, you could hear the distorted bass kick in there and ring through your ears. That's my favorite so far. I love, the instrumentation. Whoever her band is, it sounds like it's playing live. It's whoever she has working on the drums and everything like that, the guitar, it's just so good. Really works with her vocals. But, yeah, that is definitely my favorite out of all of the ones so far. It is gorgeous. It almost has this futuristic vibe with that kind of whirring synth that starts in the, in the opening there. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. And then that leads into Death and Romance, which I listened to this morning just to kind of get myself prepped for this album. But a second listen to this song, is probably much needed. But that sets it up really, really nicely. But yeah, definitely my favorite so far. I like that. Definitely the nicest hook so far, I think. I love the piano chords too. They really add this kind of musicalness to it. It's so Britney. is so like 90s and 2000s. It's insane. Ooh, this breakdown too. I love that she gives kind of instrumental time. You know, time to breathe from her vocals and everything going on. Really like that in this album so far.
Keep us together. My hands, your hands, I'll hold forever. No way I'll break, hold on forever. Yeah, I give and you give till it's all that we have. You know nothing is better than death and romance. Yeah, I give and you give till it's all that we have. You know nothing is better than death and romance.
Flawless pop song, really, if you think about it. What a 1-2 punch. This after Image, too, is just completely shell-shocking. But an opening to this album, like the first 5 tracks, I have no complaints so far, really. And that has immensely grown on me since the first time I listened to it. I mean, yeah, everything about this is fantastic. Fear Sex is track 6, but yeah, it just... Oh, that transition! Oh, that transition! Oh... Oh, that was so good. That was so good. And I didn't even expect a big transition like that. This feels like more R&B coded, kind of. I like this like luscious pad kind of opening the track. So ethereal. This is very like more sexy, kind of laid back. I mean, the work on this is incredible. Oh shit. I will say, this is too short. It needs to be longer. Oh, it's picking back up. That's so sick. The production on this. That was so good. Are we going to get a transition too into Vampire in the Corner? We do. I really liked Fear Sex as well. That is also a really good, you know, triple combo there. Fear Sex led into kind of more of a, I love that pad kind of throughout that whole song. It very felt like very R&B coded as well. It had this kind of more laid back vibe. Obviously the production was still very like, almost disco-y, synth pop, like all the first kind of 5 intro tracks. But something about that was more laid back, her vocals, less kind of going on, which I really appreciated. I really enjoyed that one as well. The only thing I have to say about that one is it was too short, that I thought we only really got one verse, one hook. We didn't get enough of that to really let it kind of play out. But, that's only going to make me replay it more. So that's the intention, Vampire in the Corner, track 7. Let's keep this kind of amazing track run going. Why not? But that one was also very ethereal, too, which atmospheric, so good.
Vampire in the corner, am I scaring you off? I wanna dance, I wanna learn how to love. Someone call the corner, cause you're breaking my heart.
This is like the most clear I've heard her vocals, but she's also like partially talk singing, which is an interesting kind of tone to her so far.
I didn't mean to make a fuss. Vampire in the corner, just a bump in the dark, my God. It's only 'cause I
That was
love
cool
you
delivery.
too much. I wanna make you mine. Told you 1,000 times. I'm your Valentine.
That transition into a more somber kind of, piano-ish. Oh,
I wanna show you
this is gorgeous.
don't wanna let you down. You're my Valentine. Sorry, like a flower that never gets any sun.
Ooh.
I hang my head down, let the bees.
Yeah, I love
kill
this
the
delivery
birds.
of this on this
Maybe
song.
on a rainy day that's starting to flood, my God. It's only 'cause I love you too much. Vampire in the corner, am I scaring you off? I wanna dance, I wanna learn how to love. Someone call the corner, 'cause you're breaking my heart, my God. I think I might have loved you too much.
This pre-chorus is one of the best on this whole album so far. I'm in love. The switch up is also kind of neat. Oh, those vocals, they're so high. That was so good. This is my favorite, I think. I love everything about this one. Again, that outro. She does her outros flawlessly. Oh, wait. Trap? It kind of sounds trappy. Hold on. That might be my favorite yet, Vampire in the Corner. It really combines this more kind of, sad ballady sound that, like I really like that piano-ish pre-chorus. Her vocal delivery was almost like talk singing. I love the tone of that one to make it kind of like, it sounded like she was crazy, like she was obsessed about this person, very like stalkery, obsession. Her delivery was giving like a certain tone, and I appreciate that. But yeah, that pre-chorus might be, one of the best in this whole album. And then that second hook kicks in, and it's just such a fun hook there when it finally kicks in the second hook. And then the outro, again, there's nothing bad to say about the outros in this track. But Image or Vampire in the Corner, I mean, what can I say? That was a flawless track. That was incredible. And then, yeah, that transition into watching TV, it's pretty nice, let me tell you.
Too much watching TV, it's gonna rot you from the inside out. If you wanna reach me, just leave a message and we'll work it out. Hello, how are you? Just wanted to say I miss you, so call me.
Similar delivery to Vampire in the Corner, I appreciate.
Hello,
I like those bells.
I'm calling to say I miss you, so call me. If you wanna be clean,
Wow.
you gotta scrub until the blood.
Her voice sounds so good on this hook.
The spots in between, slip your skin right out.
Kind of an acoustic guitar is that I hear.
Look out behind you.
This is so chill and laid back, this opening.
They know what's been wrong with you.
Gorgeous though.
These years, it's time to meet
Again, I love it when it's just her voice and the piano.
monsters.
I love it.
around you.
I love it.
It's time to meet. Oh, the monsters inside you.
I mean,
It's time to meet. All that's left above and
that was sick.
dreams forgotten in the deep. It's not me.
Oh, that melody in this bridge.
Nothing left to follow me. Nothing hanging underneath. It's not me. Hello, how are you? Just wanted to say I miss you, so call me
Climax.
back someday. It's time to meet the monsters around
That is so cool, that effect. That was beautiful. That was so good. And again, the lyricism too, like the lyricism also is really, really like, helping me enjoy these songs a lot more. They're still flawless tracks, but the lyricism is just another great quality of these tracks. This one is arguably, the most laid back and chill on the entire album. It still has a great kind of, poppy vibe to it. I love the drums of this track, especially in the opening. Is really nice. But yeah, I love her, piano, just her voice in the piano in these songs. I find absolutely gorgeous, and this was just another instance of it being very like ethereal and just really, really enjoyable. And again, it picks up. You automatically know there's going to be a climax in here, and that again instantly, really, really helps the song for me. But I feel like it's a different paced one compared to the kind of the 4 that we've got here. But it makes sense after Vampire in the Corner. You know what I mean? That also kind of had similar elements. But yeah, definitely a different vibe from the kind of opening of the album, but it's progressing in a way that is really, really enjoyable. And again, really looks like the album cover. Like, let me just pull up the album cover kind of so you can see it. But doesn't this album really resemble this album cover so far perfectly? Like, it's really, really good. I love the imagery with all the instruments, everything like that. But that was also really, really good. I enjoyed that one. Tunnel Vision, up next. A little bit of horror vibes going on here. I really like what she's doing here. It's a good mix of sounds. Hold on. Wow. Again, there's that kind of shimmery sound. I like those drums. They don't happen very often, but they're fun whenever they do happen. That is like very FKA Twigs coded, this part. This kind of delivery. Wow. This change up of drums, this kind of pace. Again, this delivery is so interesting. Whoa. Again, this is very FKA Twigs coded, this whole track. Are we getting like ballroom kind of? Again, I love that change. The pace of drums is really, really neat. What's happening? Someone's going nasty on the drums. Wow. wow, this whole kind of drum pattern is going the last 2 minutes. That was so good. Again, that is up there for one of my favorites on the album. I really enjoyed that. Again, her delivery was flawless. Reminded me of something that FKA Twigs would do. Really liked, yeah, for that, point alone, the delivery was very FKA Twigs coded. That outro was also so nice. So nice. I kind of feel like I would have enjoyed it a little bit more if everything would have came together with her voice kind of included in that outro as a climax as well. But, even the song, up until that happened, gorgeous, fits the ethereal kind of gorgeous vibes we're getting. That hook is so good. And, again, another example of a perfectly done track. Everything, no critiques on this track so far. No critiques on this album so far, I think. Tunnel Vision is, again, probably in my top 3 of favorite songs. But, yeah, that was really, really enjoyable. Really good. Wow, what a beautiful hook. Well, I like that run there. Or is it even a vocal run? Maybe it's just an instrument. Still neat. Ooh, I like those male backing vocals. Those very bright kind of keys. Again, this is so nostalgic. That hook is one of my favorites on the album. That is such a gorgeous hook. That was really gorgeous. Feeling Disconcerted. This is, again, probably an interlude to kind of separate the middle of the album from the last bit. But, yeah, really enjoyed that. Very nostalgic kind of 80s feel dance floor banger. Definitely had kind of more of a laid back production, but that was really good. That's gorgeous. Short, but I feel like it sets up the next song really well. Which is That's My Floor. That's my dance floor? What kind of floor? Love how like real these drums sound.
That's my floor. I'm coming up to the party and I want more. So open up for me, life's so short.
Grunge? Like rock?
That's my door. I let it open me.
Wow, I did not think we were gonna get like a pop rock sound. This distortion, grungy kind of. Sorry I doubted you.
Do you know what's waiting down the hall? Is your body pinned against a wall? People used to think about the meaning of it all. So maybe if I opened up my mind, I could really learn to look alive. Never really noticed I'm a transcendental type. That's my floor. I'm coming up to the party and I want more. So open up for me, life's so short. We're floating above the lobby, that's my door. I let it open me.
Oh! I love that change into the bridge.
That's my floor.
That's so.
Party and I want more.
It's so sick.
So open up for me, life's so short. We're floating above the lobby, that's my door. I let it open me.
Oh, that guitar. Oh, that might be my favorite. That might be my favorite on the album. That was every time I feel like kind of a song is, outdone by a previous song, she kind of, happens to do something that's the complete like opposite, outdoes the one that I think is gonna, I can't. I mean, yeah, that is a huge kind of difference in sound, more grungy, electric guitar, pop rock. So much fun. So much fun. I did not think we were going to get even a hint of this sound on this album, but that might be one of my favorites, if not my favorite so far. That is incredible. Wow. We still have 3 more tracks left, and I can guarantee you they're probably all going to be incredible, but Cry For Me is the next track. I mean, I would love for a more kind of pop rocky sound, just like That's My Floor, in one of these last few tracks, so would love to hear more of that sound. Back to this more funky, groovy sound. Love that. Are we underwater or something? I love this. It's the exact same thing we got in the intro, this kind of, very Weekend, Dawn FM-y sound. That's all I can relate it to. It's like I'm in space, I'm floating. Love that little hint of the piano, like. The synth work on this album, especially on this track, it's all synth. Wow. That was gorgeous. That was a lot of fun. Very funky, very groovy, like many tracks on this record. Now we're into a storm. Ooh. Okay, Cry For Me was really, really good. That was, you know, again, more nostalgic than anything. Really love this kind of, you know, again, groove that it had to it. You know, it was one of those songs that, for the first time, it seemed like it didn't, you know, change that much, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, actually. I really like how stagnant it was. It was really fun. You know, I don't know if it's up there with my favorites just yet, at least on first listen, just because I think it's you know, obviously not as rapidly changing, I guess, as many songs on this album, but it's still fun, and it's a great dance track. I mean, okay, we got 2 tracks left. Let's see what they got in store for it. This one, you know, starts with a storm brewing. It's interesting. I wonder if we're gonna get kind of like a slower track, like an even slower track, even compared to like watching TV or something like that. This could be it. I'm really liking what she's doing with the piano on this album. She uses it in like really smart ways.
1,000 eyes turn to stone and monochrome. Surprise, surprise, they turn to smile at the same time. That's why I don't look up. That's why I'm always dancing down there. Play that thing, makes me think of summer winds and places that I know, just the ones I love to go. I swear that through your eyes, everything is brighter all the time. Everything is turning all the damn man. Play that thing, keep on pulling at my
Perfect
strings.
delivery.
I never wanna stop, so shout it from the mountaintops. You won't
Ooh, I like that kind of, you know, grit she's got. Very like pouty too. Wow, the sound effect there to go with it. Gorgeous. This was kind of what I was hoping for too. We would get kind of a track like this. Hey. Ooh. That is dark.
That's why I don't look up. That's why I'm always dancing down there. Play that thing, makes me think of summer winds and faces that I know, just the ones I love to hold. I swear that through your eyes, everything is bright all the time. Everything is turning all the damn man. Play that thing, keep on pulling at my strings. 'Cause when I see me through your eyes, I love me so, don't leave my side. You always see the sky, angel on the satellite. Angel on the satellite.
Gorgeous track. It really does feel like a rainy day. Like you're inside, you're happy, but it's a rainy day and you're dancing in the rain. It really does feel like that. And I love that, like, you can really vividly picture that through this song. Yeah, I mean, it's everything I hoped for. I figured we were going to get a song like this on the album, but, you know, that was gorgeous. And honestly, one of my favorites. Okay, that sets up the last track on this album, the Ballad of Matt Mica. Now, it says it's a Ballad of Matt Mica, but do I believe that? No, I feel like we're going to go out with a bang, something kind of more, you know, more dancey compared to that kind of, you know, more kind of somber vibe of Angel on a Satellite. But we'll see. I'm loving the back half of this as well. I mean, obviously, I'll give you my full opinions on this album as this full track is over. So let's just finish this album and I will get back to you. If it would start, it would be great. There we go.
Long way into nowhere, 2 years from home. Most days are for nothing, I keep kicking the stone.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Fly high over Celis, past Paris.
No!
That's why I'm the greatest.
That's such a sick sound.
Open heart, all cliché. 2 kids in a new town, baby. It's my turn, small town fame. Bang bang and a happy ending down the line through my veins. Not ordinary, not ordinary. Oh, is it my heart? Is it my name? Love and a song to carry, killing time every day. Bang bang, never ending. Is it my life? Is it my fate? Not ordinary, not ordinary.
This is so good.
Open heart, all cliché. 2 kids in a new town.
Again,
baby.
such a fun
It's my
hook.
turn, small town fame. Bang bang and a happy ending down the line through my veins. Not ordinary, not ordinary. Oh, is it my heart? Is it my brain? Love and a song to carry, killing time every day. Bang bang, never ending. Is it my life? Is it my fate? Not ordinary, not ordinary.
I mean, what a closer. That was an excellent closer. Dude. That was a fantastic closer. That was really fun. Again, the production on that one too was, and again, her delivery, everything that I keep mentioning about a prior song she just keeps owning that. And, props to her. This is, wow. I am honestly, like, over the moon about this album. I was not expecting to, like, really enjoy this album, to this extent, but I really think this is, how did I not hear this sooner? You know what I mean? This is such a fun album. I mean, every song in this album is done incredibly well. Start with the instrumentation, the production element of that. It blends, it's not just basic synth pop, it blends, electronic elements too. It's got rock elements, it's got, so many different blends of, disco, synth, and you name it of pop, which is incredible. Her team, I'm assuming her team had many parts to do with the instrumentation of this as well, because the outros, the guitar, you get electric and acoustic guitars in there. The piano work is crazy, really, really interesting choices of instruments in here from time to time, like cowbells and shit, random shit that I don't even know. But that's one thing I can say. It feels real and not all fully produced. It feels like people actually played a role in making these songs, and it feels so good to hear that. Her vocals are so good on this album. I love her tone. I love a vocalist that is kind of, very, very, I don't want to say pouty and like whiny, but she does have that kind of, type of vocal that I really, really like. I really, really like. Again, I've mentioned that it reminds me of Britney in a way. At least her vocal kind of style. Lyricism is on point from what I could hear. I really, really enjoyed the lyricism and the kind of, the mental pictures I got from a lot of these songs. But, no skips on this album. So many different blends of genres. If I had to pick my favorites, in no particular order, I'd say Image is up there for one of my favorites. Death and Romance. Fierce Sex, Vampire in the Corner. What a 4-track run. Tunnel Vision, Love is Everywhere as well. Really, really liked. That's My Floor. And then the last 2 tracks, Angel on a Satellite and the Ballad of Matt and Mica. The songs, the songs that I still enjoyed, but I might need to listen through again just to see if they're on that level of enjoyment that I am with the rest of the songs. Cry for Me. Watching TV. Really like the laid-back vibe of that, though. And again, the first 2 tracks, She Looked Like Me and Killing Time, I'm going to have to revisit those because it kind of felt like we were building up to something, and really liked how She Looked Like Me introduced the album into Killing Time, but I feel like Killing Time, it wasn't as big of a kind of, opener as I would have liked. I say that She Looked Like Me is technically the opener, but I view Killing Time as more of an opener in my eyes. But I feel like Image kind of really starts the album, but I'm going to have to re-listen to those first 2 especially. But yeah, this is as close as a 10 out of 10 album as you're going to get. Like, this is really, really good. I'm going to be playing this for, this whole summer. Very, very summer coded. Yeah, I am surprised I have not discovered Magdalena Bay, sooner. This is incredible. Let me know your favorite songs on this album. I want to check out other Magdalena Bay projects because I've heard they're almost just as good, but this one is a great one to start with. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction kind of from an album kind of more back in the past, but I like revisiting stuff that I've never heard before because, my music taste is, I have a lot of music that I listen to on a daily basis, but a lot of it, I haven't really gone back and, heard stuff that I haven't really bothered to check out. So this is great. 10 out of 10 album pretty much for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. What a fun listen.